Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Rahu in Punarvasu. Rahu goes into Punarvasu on 2nd of January and remains there till 11th of September. And it will be both in Cancer Punarvasu and Gemini Punarvasu. What are the effects and more? I will be talking about that. Hello, this is Komilla Sutton, and we are today going to explore everything about Rahu in Punarvasu. So Rahu moves into Punarvasu Cancer on 2nd of January. And then it will remain there till 11th of September. Now, it's very important to know about Rahu Ketu and the calculation of Rahu Ketu. There are two ways the mathematical or the astronomical calculation of Rahu Ketu is done. One is the mean node. And the mean node is the one that I will be using, and all the dates are connected to the mean node. But there is another calculation which is of the true node. It's slightly different. It takes it's about half a degree, 1 degree difference how it is calculated. And there are many astrologers, even Vedic astrologers, that will use the true node. But I have always been following tradition and have been looking at the mean node. So remember that all these degrees are of the mean node. In your software, when you're looking at Rahu Ketu positions, then you need to go into the settings and find it, which is a mean node or true node. In Punarvasu is a very special nakshatra. It is connected to Lord Rama. According to the mythology, that Lord Rama's moon is in Punarvasu Nakshatra. It is also got two Vargottamas, two Pushkara positions, and therefore it has a great energy for any planet to visit it. And Rahu, for all its quirkiness and oddball energy, it can really be very successful if it wants to be. And it can take you to any pinnacle of success that you want. Now, but at the same time, we have to understand that Rahu moves backwards into the sign, and he continues moving backward. Therefore, this is not a conventional transit as you would look at any other planet. It is all moving backwards, and often what Rahu or Rahu's influence on us makes us think we know everything. So moment it comes into Punarvasu, it lets us feel we know everything. And then it's actually after the 18-month transit of Rahu in Punarvasu, actually, it is till September, then only we get the message. So we shouldn't be in a hurry to analyze everything, know everything. But depending on where Punarvasu is, where Cancer Gemini is in your chart, this can be a very powerful, positive transit. But at the same time, we always are aware of Rahu's ability to make us insecure, unsettle our life, because Rahu is only half the picture. And important to remember is that only Rahu is changing nakshatras. Ketu is not changing nakshatras. Ketu continues in Uttara Ashada. And Uttara Ashada is also spiritual nakshatra. And there too, there is Pushkara and Vargottama. And so, but we are concentrating on Rahu just now. But when you concentrate on Rahu, you should know that its tail, its bottom half of Rahu is resting in Uttara Ashada. So Rahu in Punarvasu, what can we expect from it and what are the energies? So firstly, Punarvasu means another home. Another home can be literally means that you change home or residence or work, but it can also mean that we are seeking another way of looking at life, another way of thinking about our lives, so that consciousness can shift. And Punarvasu works on all levels of consciousness, lower to higher. So we can also move towards different levels. And Rahu has no fear and very ambitious. So he will make you go into all different dimensions as well. So that is important to understand. So first part of this transit is Rahu in Punarvasu Cancer. So in Punarvasu Cancer, it is Vargottama. That means in the Navamsha, it is also in Cancer. It is Pushkara. This is a very powerful, purifying energy for it. And I watch all these things by transit as well, because you see that there is strength in that Vargottama position. So Rahu will not be so unsettled. He won't be so, have the capacity to topple you over. So that is important to understand. And of course, wherever, if you have planets placed in that pada, then Rahu is going to shift some energy for you there. And the moment Rahu goes into Punarvasu, there is an eclipse on 5th, 6th of the January. And I think that the Rahu is going to be in Cancer, and Sun is not in Sagittarius. So therefore, the eclipse is not connected to Rahu. It is a Ketu eclipse. So the 5th, 6th January is a Ketu eclipse. So the first eclipse that Rahu eclipse that we will be dealing with is the lunar eclipse. And the lunar eclipse on 22nd of this month. Let me just double check the lunar eclipse. And so the lunar eclipse is on 22nd, and therefore it is 22nd Jan, and Rahu Moon conjunction is there. And so the eclipses are always unsettled energy. So if your birthday is near there, or you are got planets placed there, but you can feel some changes. But generally, you will feel some energy shift. But the positive aspect of Rahu, which I want to emphasize here, because there's a lot of disturbed energy, but Rahu and Ketu are both going to be Vargottama right up to May. So all the way to May, both Rahu, Ketu are Vargottama. This is quite a rare transit. Remember that Vargottama, Cancer and Gemini will be the beginning of Cancer, end of Gemini is Vargottama. So Rahu continues in Vargottama. After the eclipse, there is no conjunction for Rahu for quite some time. So we are not looking at anything negative, but in March, Rahu will change signs and he will go into Gemini. And so that's still the same nakshatra. But Rahu Cancer is more nurturing and more intuitive, and we are thinking instinctively there. But Rahu Gemini will be more analytical. Show me the evidence, show me what you want. But again, we have Rahu in Gemini Rashi, Gemini Navamsha by transit. And the changeover date is 4th of March. So on 4th of March, Rahu changes, and the other side Ketu also changes. Ketu will go into Sagittarius, and Jupiter Vargottama, and Rahu is in Gemini Vargottama. Punarvasu's deity is Jupiter, and Jupiter is the guru. So Rahu is getting some information. He can also pretend I'm the greatest guru and have no information, because remember, for Rahu, we are always seeing that he gets into the deep end first and then starts swimming later. So this is an aspect of Rahu that is very common, that people, which is strong Rahu influence, they'll say everything we know, but then slowly they get to know the situation. But the Rahu in Gemini, again, that is a strong energy for Rahu. And during this 2019, we have a lot of disturbed energy as well. But therefore, it is even more important to see where the strength is lying, because Rahu and Ketu, both being Vargottama, they are being strong. And then Rahu in Gemini. So if you're Gemini, Rahu can give you a boost, because wherever Rahu is, he's boosting the situation. And especially on the material level, he's boosting it a lot. On a spiritual level as well, if you want that, then Rahu can give you spiritual stuff as well. But Rahu, he's very tamasic, so he's very fixed in his ideas, and he wants something and he'll go for it. But then you get attached to the situation and you forget all the good intentions. You have to be a little bit careful with Rahu. But we have Rahu Vargottama right up to 11th of, sorry, not 11th. I always forget the date, so you have to excuse me. It's not 11th, May. So Rahu will go into this 8th of May. So quite close. So after 8th of May, so Rahu, just to reiterate, Rahu will be Vargottama from now, 2nd of January to 8th of May. So this is a long chunk of period where Rahu is Vargottama. And then after that also, Rahu will move backwards and will go into its Pushkara Pada. So the power is still there, and Pushkara, especially Taurus Pada for Rahu, is also exalted, and the Pushkara Pada is positive for Rahu. And so Rahu leaves its Vargottama position in on 8th of May. But then it is Pushkara. It is in Taurus. It's in its exalted Pada. And that is also very positive for Rahu. And it stays there till 11th of July. And I'm just going to double check the timings that I just put it. It is, I have till 11th of July, it is going to be Pushkara. But, we'll really need the help of Pushkara at that time, because Rahu is making multiple conjunctions at that time. So although Rahu changes into Taurus, Ketu is not Pushkara then. Only Rahu is Pushkara. So Rahu will be in its exalted Pada, but it is going to be in a lot of drama, planetary drama is taking place in June, July, and we have to really watch our step. And you see, the whole idea of this talking about these planets is that so that these dates are there, you know how to balance yourself. It's not about just worrying about those dates, but to really think about when the energy is good, when it is not so good, so that you can do something about it. So therefore, in this Pushkara Pada of Rahu, it is going to be from 8th of May to 11th of July. Now, in this time, there's a lot of different energies that we are looking at. We are firstly looking at that big Rahu Mars conjunction on 14th of June. That is a pretty fierce one. And then at the same time, it is going to be opposite Ketu. So that I've already made a separate video about that. So you can look it up in the 3 challenges of 2019. And then there is going to be the Rahu Mercury conjunction just immediately following that. And Rahu Mercury is on 16th of June. Again, normally Rahu Mercury is a fine conjunction, but following just after the Mars Rahu, and Mars will also be there. So it's a bit of a disturbed energy, and Mercury will be in its own sign, but Rahu and Mars, both these energies are there. So Gemini, Virgo, be conscious of that time. And then we have the Rahu eclipse on 2nd of July. That is close to US's birthday of 4th of July. So there can be some unexpected world event taking place around that time. And then we have a Rahu Sun conjunction on 9th of July. And then, of course, Rahu moves out of its Pushkara Pada. So as I was saying, that because Pushkara is a healing energy, that means that even though we are seeing a lot of disturbance, we are seeing that there is something, if we want to improve ourselves, we want to do work with it. But materially, world-wise, you have to be a bit cautious about these combinations. And then from 11th of July to 11th September, Rahu is in Aries Pada. So it's kind of reaching towards the end of Gemini. And as I said, this is quite important time because he's going to be finally getting the message of Punarvasu. What is it that you really want? And that is what Rahu does. But at that time, the first conjunction in the last pada of Rahu, Aries pada, will be with Venus. And Venus Rahu conjunction is on 17th of July. Now, Venus is the guru of Rahu. So he can learn something positive. And Venus will be in his not own friend sign, Gemini. But it's just important with that conjunction, if you're Libra, Taurus, just be conscious, because Rahu can overdo things, So overdoing things is what we are watching out for Rahu. But post that time, then Rahu is no longer making any other conjunction. And it finishes its journey in Punarvasu on 11th of September. So remember the three important things about Rahu. This is a very positive conjunction for the first half of the energy because it is Vargottama. And there is no real conjunction of Rahu, even though he's involved with an eclipse and everything. So this is a strong Rahu. He's strongly encouraging you to do things. But come 8th of May, when Rahu is still is in Pushkara Pada, but then we see that June has got all sorts of disturbed energies. And not only that, we have Ketu Saturn opposite it. So that is the main thing, that from May onwards, Rahu is not alone. He has got Saturn, Ketu opposite it. So there is quite a bit of disturbance with that energy. And the third factor, of course, is that the end of this, Rahu really understands the message of what he's going to be, what he was seeking through the Punarvasu energy. So all the best. Thank you very much. And I will be posting some further information about Rahu Ketu that you can listen to. And also in the links, there is about the eclipses of January. So you can read up about them as well. All the best.